Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is my third update for my project pan for 2024. Nope, it's 2025. Wow, I haven't done that yet until now, I think. Sometimes I say things come out of my mouth, and then I realize after when I'm editing, I'm like, that was wrong. But editing Anne usually pops up with what I meant to say. So I didn't mean to say that it was the third update for my 2025 project pan, and I feel like March has been a better month for using makeup than the previous 2 months, so I feel like we're doing okay. Some things are moving, slow but moving, and we have 2 empties. I haven't figured out replacements yet, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So let's start off with our primer. So the primer that I'm working on is the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams primer. I feel like this is going really well. I'm getting through it for sure. This is what it's looking like today, and it's really, really thin around the edges, you can see. I'll put the side by side up. It might not look super impressive, but it's definitely getting worn quite down. Last month this was 38.52 grams. It's now 35.172 grams. That's a difference of 3.35 grams. So I'm really happy with how I'm moving along with this. I don't know the size of this. Anyway, moving along with that. Next up is, yes ma'am. What? Do you want to come sit? Yeah? Yeah? Can mommy finish filming? Hold on a second. Okay, hold on. Hold on. This little nut clearly wants to play. In the eye. So we're going to try and make this quick. So next up is my foundation. So I'm using the Beige Stick Foundation in Cool Beige, and it's going really pretty well. I'm rolling that the wrong way. We've got about this much left, and when I've done the markings on the lid, it looks like I've gotten through about halfway. It's hard to see those markings, I know. I've used about half of the product, I think, at this point. So she's chewing my hair. And yeah, so I think if I'm using this at the same pace, that this should be done end of June, July, at some point, halfway through the year. So I'm happy about that. So last month this was 34.8 grams. It's now 34.02 grams. That's a difference of 0.78 grams. Next up is my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Cannelle. Haven't really been using this, I'll be honest. It's getting kind of annoying to use. There's very little left. I have been using a brush because it's really hard to get your finger in there, especially with, I do have some nails right now. I haven't really cut them down yet. So yeah, this one has very, very little progress. So last month this was 26.04 grams. It's now 26 grams even. That's a difference of 0.04 grams. So not a whole lot of progress on that concealer. Don't chew my hair. So, number 1 of 2 empties. This is the Coverlgirl Trublend Concealer in M200 Warm Beige. I did talk about this in my empties as well, so that will come up after this, so it won't be a spoiler in the empties. Don't bite my shirt. So, yeah, this kind of the summary of this. I actually like this, and I can see myself repurchasing it. It's called Warm Beige, but it's not warm. It's more pink toned, I would say, at least. Unless they labeled this wrong, and if I repurchase it, I will find out. But yeah, I liked that this was sort of like a matte concealer in the sense that it sort of had dried down. Like I didn't feel like I needed to powder. So like in the wintertime, this is actually kind of convenient because I don't want to add powder when my skin's already feeling dry. And I use this more like a no makeup sort of foundation instead of concealer, kind of spot touching sort of like the center of my face. And yeah. So, sorry, she's just making me laugh because she's eating my hair. You crazy girl. Yes, I know. You're awake now. She's been sleeping all morning. So, last month that was 23.01 grams. It's finishing at 22.62 grams. That's a difference of 0.39 grams. And in this project, I used 1.37 grams. Next up is number 2 of 2 finished products. So this is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Translucent Loose Setting Powder. And yeah, this is Sad Pan. This is Sad Empty. I really wish they would bring this back. I really enjoyed it. I ended up taking out the little sifter thing because it got kind of hard to use at the end, but I did weigh it with the sifter to get the final weight. I haven't decided what powder yet to bring in to replace this, but I will bring in a powder to replace it. I'm not sure I'm going to bring in another concealer. We'll see. I have a lot of concealer, so I probably should, but maybe I'll throw a concealer in my Partners in Cream instead, just to kind of keep this one focused for this project. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Should I bring in a second concealer? Because they are different. Like, I use them differently. Or should I bring it into the Partners in Cream? Ow! Or should I just kind of play with what I've got with my other concealers? So for this powder, it was 29.28 grams last month. It's now finishing at 28.27 grams. That's a difference of 1.01 grams. And total in this project, it was pretty full when I started it. It was 3.85 grams that I used. What was the total? I think it was 4 or 5 grams. Oh, 3.5 grams. Wow, it says 3.5 grams, but I used more. It was more, 3.85. So we got more product in that than they advertised. That's rare. Next up is the bronzer, so another Too Faced product. So this is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Haven't really been using this. I've been using my bronzer in my Hourglass powder palette a little bit more than this. Sorry, I just need to move my hand, baby. So I haven't done photos yet, so I don't know what this is going to look in the side-by-side, but here's the close-up of this as of right now. If it wants to focus on it. Maybe. There we go. So again, it's getting pretty thin. Like, the pan's growing. I will finish this year. No, we're not going to abandon it. We're going to try and finish this out. So last month this was 25.63 grams. It's now 25.55 grams. That's a difference of 0.08 grams. So not very much for a bronzer for me. But the blush is going along well. So this is the Annabelle blush in Pronto. I like this because it's a very neutral blush. You're not going to really be able to see it, but it does have, like, I can feel a little bit of a dip now in the middle, which is really, really good. This was pretty full when I brought it into the project. So hitting pan on this is kind of the goal. I'm not going to fool myself in thinking I could actually finish this, but I do feel like I can sort of pile this on a little bit because it is fairly neutral. I'm not wearing it at all today. I'm wearing, again, the blush from the Hourglass palette, the brighter blush, the one that I don't normally wear. This combo, the eyes and the rest of the face did not go together. And it wasn't until I finished my makeup, I'm like, oh, that didn't work out like I thought it would. I thought the cheek color and the lips would be pinker, and they're kind of more reddish corally. So yeah, that didn't work. Anyway, this was 23.26 grams. It's now 23.18 grams. That's a difference of 0.08. So I did use the same amount for both of these. For a blush, that's an okay amount, but not for a bronzer. So highlight. So I have the Pretty Vulgar Shimmering Swan highlighter in Glimmers of BS, and I have a dip in it, but then you'll also see it's kind of you can see the dip right in the middle. And then you can see I've kind of scraped around it a little bit. So I did take some of this and scrape it into a body lotion from Bath & Body Works. I have a body lotion that's got about this much left. So I scraped a little bit of this. I probably could scrape a bit more into it. And I might do that. I was just kind of testing it out. And I didn't want to be too Edward from Twilight in putting the glitter in. Because the other highlighter that I used in in a body lotion was more glittery. This is more shimmery, so it's a little more subtle. So it actually looks really pretty mixed in with the, I want to keep saying foundation, the body lotion. So I think I'll probably scrape a little bit more, but that'll help us kind of get through this, and definitely confident that I will hit pan on this, but I know I won't finish it. So last month this was 45.69 grams. It's now 45.5 grams. That's a difference of 0.19 grams. This little highlighter, again, it's really hard to show usage on this, unfortunately, but I am using it. I did put it on today, but I also layered. So you can kind of see that sort of whitish, that's this one. It's like a whitey pink. It's from Pure Anada, and it's in the shade, what is the actual shade of this? Ethereal. And yeah, I've been kind of using this a little bit more, but It's still slow going, and the weight did change. So last month it was 2 grams. It's now 1.98 grams. That's a difference of 0.02 grams. So getting some use out of it now, but the weight will be very, very minimal on this because it's going to be very, very light product. I'm still trucking along with my glitter glue from Too Faced. I'm pretty confident this will be finished by the end of the year. It might take the whole year to finish this, which is fine by me. But it's going. So it's just old. So I need to finish it. So last month this was 8.96 grams. It's now 8.78 grams. It's a difference of 0.18 grams. Next up is my mascara. So the Essence, the False Lashes Mascara, Volume and Extreme Curl. It is the mascara that I'm wearing today. I've talked about this. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's just kind of an okay mascara. Like, it doesn't really do a whole lot for me, but it looks okay. I feel like for a day-to-day, this is okay. I feel like on camera, it's maybe not super great. I feel like I need something a bit more punchy on camera. Or like if I was going out at night. I'm not really wearing any eyeliner. I just tight-lined. So this is kind of like all you get with this, which is fine. It's fine, but it's not... again, like I said, my favorite. If I were to repurchase one, I would purchase I like the Lash Princess in the like peach color. It's got like the curved wand, and I think that one's a really, really good one. So again, I have been using this a little bit more, but I flip-flop between this and the Merit one, just because again, when the weather's really bad and like rainy or snowy or windy and my eyes might water, I don't want to wear a mascara like this. So last month this was 23.81 grams. It's now 23.53 grams. That's a difference of 0.28 grams. The next two products have no weight change, but I have been using them. So the first one is the Marc Jacobs Fineliner in black. That's what I use to tightline in my eyes. And I've talked about, yeah, like this is a very long wearing product. It wears really, really well, and it's hard to get off. I'll be sad when I finish it. No weight change. It was 5.14 grams, still 5.14 grams. And then this one I use on occasion. At some point this will probably just dry out on me instead of fully using the product. It is already kind of getting a little tricky to use, so I'm guessing like maybe 3 months, maybe 4 months. At least by, I think, end of June, this will probably be finito. Pull it out. I'll be done with it. And we'll see what to roll in next. So I never said what the product is. It's the L'Oreal, the Super Slim Liquid Eyeliner. I wouldn't repurchase this. Suggestion over this would be the NYX Epic Ink Liner. The Essence has a liner kind of like this, and the one that I bought recently, Sephora has the fine liner, so that's the one that I prefer those over this one, definitely. Again, no weight change. This was 6 grams. It's still 6 grams. And then our last product was the new roll-in from last month, because we finished the Winky Lux. So this is the Quo Sculpting Brow Pomade in Ash. The product doesn't seem to exist anymore. See, I spent $3 on it. We got use. It's going. It's what I have in my brows today. I tend to flip-flop between using this and then using, I have like a brown eyeshadow camera. There we go. I have like a brown eyeshadow in my Pan That palette, so I kind of use that sometimes, and I use that with this, or sometimes I just use the powder. Like if it's a day where I'm not really doing anything, but I still want to have some brows, I'll just use the powder. But like a day where, like if I'm going out and about, I'll use this because I feel like it's a little bit more long wearing. I feel like the powder can just kind of fade away much faster. But yeah, so the weight did change on that a little bit. It was 47.33 grams, and it's now 47.29 grams. That's a difference of 0.04 grams. So yeah, really happy. So far in this project, I have finished 4 products already. Like that's good track record for me. I mean, I did pick easy stuff to do that, but you need that motivation sometimes to keep going. So yeah, I definitely will replace the powder with something. I just don't know if it'll be a loose powder, pressed powder. Haven't decided which one. And again, let me know what you think I should do with concealer. I do like to try and keep my projects simple, and I try not to overlap on categories in a project, but I also do have a lot of concealer. So anyway, that is my 3rd update for my Project Pan for 2025. If you like this video, feel free to give a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.